Hello dan selamat kembali ke satu lagi episod Adib main Star Wars Knights of Republic 2 The Sith Lord. Kita dekat Dantu ni baru. Agak baru sampai kan. Oh, ya je aku save kat sini tapi tak boleh masuk kan. Guess we need to explore tempat ni. Seliduk. Yo, buka. Kenapa tak nak buka? Okay, meditation band. Someone boleh pakai. Dah boleh pakai. Kau pun dah pakai meditation band juga. Ke dia lain tak? Wheel. Ya, identical. Checkers. Tugas kau. Heavy armor. Sensory visor. Tambah constitution. Sensory visor tadi apa? Tak nak. Light armor. Kau boleh pakai heavy armor ke? Oh, tapi tak ada dexterity bonus nanti. So just stick with the light armor.
What is it?
Guess. Banyak agak aku dah explore. Aku kena masuk di sini. Kena masuk di sini kan. Ya.
Do you actually believe a Jedi would return here? After all they've done to us? They wouldn't dare.
They certainly would. You remember how they were. Always so superior, so arrogant, and never lending a hand when we really needed them.
I still don't believe it.
You should. My cousin's friend, he used to tend the gardens around the Enclave. He swears he saw a Jedi in Kunda. Could be hiding anywhere.
Well, I hope it's true. I hear there's a bounty on them, and we could certainly use the money.
Unless somebody beats you to it.
Alright. But you do know I'm a Jedi. I thought it is Jedi official.
Welcome to Kunda. You're a salvager, right? You'll need to see Administrator Adare to get access to the ruins. If you need directions to anything else, just ask.
Where's the administrator?
Her office is directly behind this room. You really can't miss it. She can see you now if you like.
Why does everyone think I'm a salvager?
You're not. The only heavily armed people that visit us are either salvagers or mercenaries. And you don't look quite gritty enough to be a mercenary.
What do we have in Kunda?
The things that would most interest you are our weapon merchant Anzeron, the leader of our militia. Akere is still around here somewhere too. He sells droid components.
Where can I find a weapon shop?
Just go to the central corridor and make a right. His shop is the first on the right.
Why would I need to see Zeron?
If you get into any trouble, he's the person you'd contact. Unfortunately, recent problems with the salvagers and mercenaries have kept him quite busy.
Like what?
The mercenaries cause disruptions for some of our outlying settlers. They are a constant source of friction for us. I hear the salvagers are having some internal problems too.
Yeah, I need more details.
No, I couldn't. If you're really interested in that, just speak to Zeron.
Fine.
Certainly. What do you want to know? Her office is...
No, aku dah tanya dah.
The things that...
Dah, complete. Apa yang bunyi beep-beep ni? Ada bom ke?
Are you waiting for the administrator too? You won't have to wait too long. But if you want results, now that you may never get here.
What are you waiting for?
I'm here to get another pat in the back from the administrator and hear how unfortunate my situation is. That my problem is important, and they'll get around to it.
I'm sick of all their excuses and empty words. I need justice now.
I fought in the war, and I know how to use my blaster rifle. If the administrator or Zeron doesn't do something, then I will.
I guess itu nak bunuh orang kot. You're planning on killing someone?
What am I supposed to do? Salvagers keep trespassing on my land and stealing my farming equipment. They grab anything they can get a hold of. I'm not a violent man. I've had my share of it in the war. I sincerely hoped I could just hang my blaster rifle on the wall as a souvenir for my grandchildren.
But I can't farm without my equipment.
Why doesn't the administrator help?
It's hard to deal with womp rats when you got a gundark on your back. I believe she'll get around to it, but I think by then it'll be too late.
I understand that the wheels turn slowly on this sort of thing, but my crops are in immediate danger. The salvaging laws on Dantooine are a mess, and in my mind, they favor the salvagers.
Are you sure it's a salvager?
My farm is the closest to the Enclave ruins. It has to be someone nearby, and if the mercenaries wanted it, they'd just take it in broad daylight. The closest place besides that is the salvager camp, so it has to be them. You ever met one of them? Thievery wouldn't be too far a stretch for any of them. The other day I had to take a shot at one of them. Soon someone is going to get killed, and Dantooine has enough trouble without that.
What did they steal?
A lot of farming equipment. It's not even valuable, just important for the moisture vaporators and hydroprocessors. The thief must be desperate for credits.
Yeah, is there anything I can do to help?
I suppose you could. Actually, you almost look like a salvager.
If you could go to this salvager camp and convince the salvager Joran to return my modulator, I would be very grateful.
I'm not
What
rich,
do you
but I
like
have some
to-
souvenirs from the war I could give you.
If you want my help, you'll have to cough up more than a couple of dusty old war trophies.
These war trophies are advanced weapons that some of the Sith troopers had. Heavy ordnance, which wouldn't be much good for defending
Like
my
saber
home.
butt?
I might be able to offer more if you take care of the problem, though. Can you help me out?
I'll see what I can do.
That's great. I'm certainly not getting any help around here. If you need to know anything more, just ask me.
Sekejap, dia kata modulator kan? Okay, so memang tinggal processor, tak ada modulator. Alright. Seems okay.
A lot of people here hate Jedi, but when they were here, they tried helping us. I don't blame them.
What brings you to Kunda? Do you have any troubles to report? I'm here to help. I just hope you aren't here about Garavik.
What the hell's Garavik? I might cause some trouble of my own, actually.
I see. Well, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to go over the militia rules then. Kunda and the Salvager camp are under militia protection, so a friendly scuffle is all right. But if any blasters are drawn, there'll be hell to pay. But if you buy some Jedi trinket and you're not satisfied, you're on your own. I'd stay away from the mercenary camp. We've had difficulties with them. We don't patrol or investigate there anymore. A trip there and you're on your own. Follow the rules and we don't have any problems. Oh, and Pato Ado doesn't cheat as far as we can figure. So don't complain about the Ithorian either.
Ah, Pazak player tu ke? Seems like Dantooine has had a lot of trouble.
I don't even want to get into it. Ask around if you want to know the details. It'll just make my headache worse if I talk about it. I don't know what we'd do without Administrator Adare. She managed to plow through a lot of the family bickering once the Sith left during the war. She's kept us together. Oh, and, Zeron too, I suppose.
Sound like you don't approve of Zeron.
This is sensitive. It's not really a secret, though. A lot of people are upset with Zeron. He's a hard man and doesn't answer to anybody. Except, I suppose, the administrator. The thing is, he expects everyone to follow all the laws. That's not normally a bad thing, but the mercenaries are used to having a bit more freedom. So it's like Zeron keeps prodding a rancor with a stun stick. To a rancor, it's just a minor nuisance. But if you keep at it, he's gonna fight back. The mercenaries aren't unreasonable. They're mostly just war veterans looking for work. But Zeron just keeps poking them. So he has to get involved to make sure that the militia does what he wants. Otherwise, we'd probably give the mercenaries some room.
Okay. That doesn't sound like a good station.
It's tricky. You see, I think Zeron may be taking this whole thing a little personal. I'm not sure. Just a guess. I also think he's doing more to provoke them than just investigating every complaint against them hard. He's up to something. If someone could just ask a few questions, turn up some answers, maybe see if Zeron isn't being completely honest with the rest of us, well, then maybe he should be replaced.
If I look into this, is there any chance I could get a reward?
Definitely. The militia makes sure to reward anybody that helps out Dantooine. And if he's doing something risky. So if you happen to find something out like that, you should see Administrator Adare. If you have to do some footwork to check into things, you'll be compensated. We should probably talk about something else. I hate going behind the captain's back. I just feel... I just have a feeling about it.
Okay,
Well, call me a defective protocol droid. Manners, right. I'm Barun Modril. I'm Captain Zeron's right-hand man. I help run the militia here. Well, that makes it sound more important than I am. Zeron takes a hands-on role in running the militia. If you have any real trouble, you'd have to go to him anyway.
Isn't being a hands-on a good thing?
This is...
Ini dah
The
tanya
thing
dah.
is, so,
Basically, dia repeat benda sama. Ya, aku dah tanya dah. Ya, aku dah tanya dah.
I'll tell you anything that's public knowledge. Most militia news passes by me and Zeron. I might be able to help.
I heard a rumor there's a Jedi around here.
I've heard that rumor too. People get really riled up about Jedi around here. Some people seem to have a selective memory. During the war, the Jedi were a big help here. They did everything for us, from clearing out dangerous beasts to solving a murder investigation. I
Hey.
try to stay out of it though.
Kotor one.
Standing up for Jedi is one way to become unpopular around here.
The Jedi are a blight. Their time is over.
I've heard all that before. I don't agree with you, but there are plenty of people who would. Talking about Jedi is just depressing these days. Any other cheerful problems you want to talk about?
I want to visit the ruins.
You should see Administrator Adare about that. She'll be able to set you up. You're not a typical salvager, so I don't expect you'll have any trouble there.
I wonder if you know anything about Suru's problem.
Oh, you heard about that. We have so much to look into that Sulru's concern is pretty low on our list. We asked the salvagers, but they claim that the salvager responsible is nowhere to be found.
Let's talk about something
I'm
else.
here to help. What do you need?
I'll be going.
All right, stay out of trouble now.
Sini apa?
Tochi monas runta, yun bola, wata gratonchi mulira, pitasa kantone toshak. Posoma bari toshniki tuk tuk bamba, bora, tino molira nibonon, kin un batno koktek. Posoma bari toshniki tuk tuk bamba, bora, posoma bari toshniki tuk tuk bamba, bora, Tino Molira Nibonon Kin Un
Selling arms, right?
Fasa Sushowi Kana Ina Doka Chess Kapatarondi Losachi Rana Big Big Now Ji Kachi U Hoshmanfu Niwado ni Kuta Masapa Tong Hitwamaji Yuma Libato Ato Into Tune Tawanga Nochi Roren Manama Kochpa Ino Shan Opera
Let's see what you're selling.
Chauduso Jamara Chorheptonich Dokshati
No lightsaber parts. Oh, lightsaber crystal. I guess we buy first. Mungkin kita boleh guna kemudian nanti. Okay. Yang lain tak ada apa yang menarik. War Axe. Boleh beli upgrade parts. Strike enhancer tu macam cun semua. Pasal aku punya equipment semua tak fully upgraded lagi tu, aku macam beli parts-parts untuk upgrade. What is this here? Hello, Zeron.
I'm the militia captain here. Are you here because you're in trouble or looking for it?
I'm looking for it for the proper price.
Depending on how greedy you are, we might have some work for you. Before that, though, you got any other reason for coming to militia headquarters?
I'm looking for information.
You could pick worse places to look for that. Baroon is normally the one to go with questions, but I can answer a few things for you. If you're interested, I might have some work for you, too. You want something?
What sort of work?
I've seen a lot of visitors come through Kunda. You're the first one in a while that looks the capable sort. We have a small problem with Kinrath. Maybe you've already seen some of them. They're coming from a cave in the Kunda Plains. I'd take care of it myself, but there aren't many people in the militia. We'd lose too many men. There's a reward if you do it.
How much is the reward?
2,000 credits.
So few settlers' lives are much more important than credits.
I agree with you, but I don't barter. I got more important things to do.
Why is this place so overrun with Kinrath?
Kinrath are normally just pests. We think something happened to their nest. Started near the end of the Civil War. Nobody knows for sure. Even the Ithorian. And they're smart about such things.
How dangerous it is.
Very. The Kinrath you see on the plains aren't as tough as the ones inside the caves. They may not look much different, but they are tough.
What do you know about the cave?
We used some explosives to seal the cave a couple years back. Just made them angrier. They burrowed another entrance even closer to us. I know there are crystals in there too.
Ooh.
Some of the salvagers once thought about going in there to get some extra credits. Too many Kinrath, though. Cave is on the southeast side of the plains. Shouldn't be hard to find.
I'll see what I can do.
That's all I can ask. You want something?
What's Garovic? Garovic's connection to the militia.
Some of the salvagers went deep into the ruins and found a lot of Jedi relics. It's the most valuable
Aku rasa aku akan dapat lightsaber
salvagers
dekat dalam
But
ruins.
all the salvagers that went down there are dead. So it seems every day or so some salvager comes claiming they're owed by such and such, or that they're related. The whole thing makes me sick. Garovic says he won the whole claim in a Pazak game with the last survivor, right before he killed him. But that was a fair fight. There were witnesses. but nobody remembers Garevik ever playing Pazak. I just hope someone takes this blasted claim off my hands. I'm tired of those lowlives pestering me. We've got real work to do. You want something?
Barun asked me to investigate you.
He did he? What's this about?
Hahaha. I'm playing the dark side, so yeah, he wants me to find out some dirt so he can take your job.
I know people, and that isn't like Barun. I have no patience for people like you. We're not gonna talk about this again. You want something?
Can I have your general questions?
You really should talk to Barun.
No, I don't need to know them. Okay. So ni emitter dan juga lens fixture. Aku rasa aku boleh dapat dua-dua parts kat sini kot. Atau mungkin satu part je kat sini. And another final part nanti aku akan dapat kat planet yang lain. Most probably macam tu. Pasal dia tak nak bagi aku senang-senang je dapat lightsaber. Which is kind of pain in the ass. Oh, Garevik.
The salvagers keep coming here and bothering the militia. That Garevik is the worst of them.
Your luck is not of the hapless settler. You are the newcomer that lands in a battered ship, yes? No friendly greetings are here for you.
Did you ever learn manners?
Many of the weak are skilled in manners, but I am not weak. Do not seek to insult me again. I am done being inconvenienced by you.
Okay. Offended.
Something up?
Aku
All right. What did you want to know?
Aduh, sorry, aku boleh proceed tak ada. Kau dengan Kriya?
You have grown strong in the Force. I can feel its mark upon you. Be warned. The highest of mysteries cannot be found by falling to the dark side. It is a quick path, and often a short one. But I sense a disquiet in you, an unrest. Such things will erode your strength.
I'm anxious for the chance to test my power against something greater.
They sense the trappings of power and decision upon you. Their lives are static, trapped, and they see one who carries no such chains.
In begging for aid, they show their weaknesses and deserve death.
Ah, then you have learnt nothing. From such small things, from such critical points, the universe and its masses may be moved. That is why you must be careful in all that you do and in every choice you make.
Aiding
them gives you strength by taking on their challenges.
Aku punya reputation dengan Kriya akan jatuh.
If that is your choice, then use their dependency, feed upon it until you have exhausted them. Then leave them. And I would view the ones you travel with much the same way.
I do not turn on my allies like the Jedi turn on their own during the wars.
So you may think. But it will be best to strike first. Your allies are allies by circumstance, and they will not hesitate to do the same to you if you continue down your path. Do you know why those we meet display such weakness? As I said, their lives are static, untested. It is only through interaction, through decision and choice, through confrontation, physical or mental, that the Force can grow within you. You have seen it. You have felt it within you as you have traveled with me. The growing anger, the rage, and the power it brings. Yet the power does not build without such struggle. Through small cruelties, greater ones are born.
I had other questions.
Ask, and I will answer.
Never mind. I'm going. No! Light set point. So ada cutscene tadi. Dan aku terklik. So aku tak nampak cutscene tu pasal apa. Aku assume this Jedi ada kat sini maybe. Who is she? No, di dalam kapal. Pasal cutscene tadi macam dekat space.
I felt it too, my lord.
A
disturbance in the Force.
There's like too many stars. The stars is not.
It was difficult to make out, my lord. At first it was such a quiet thing. I did not notice it. But now I wonder as if it has always been there. I merely could not hear it before. The sound built so slowly, yet when you listen for it, you can make out the strains, even over the background life of the universe. Do you feel it is a...
Dan kau tengah... Patut kau tengah travel dalam...
You are the darkness.
Faster than light speed, so macam patut kau tak nampak semua.
All life exists to feed your power. And my life. My life is yours. I beg you, please, let me die. Yes, this disturbance echoes through the Force. I can follow it to its source and bring it to you. I will leave at once, my lord.
Alright, macam mana aku punya... Okay, masih still agak dark lagi. Can I open this private door? Okay, cannot. What, this one? So, dia macam dia bagi aku illusion dia macam ada banyak pintu kat sini kan. But most of them cannot be opened. Sama kan? Ya, sama kan lah proses tu. So I guess we meet the administrator. Hello.
A visitor. Please, come in. Welcome to Kunda. I am Administrator Turina Adari. You're the owner of the, ship that just landed?
It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Randy.
Depending on your business here, the pleasure may be mutual, but you didn't answer my question. Is that ship yours?
Why do you want to know?
I'll take it as a given that the vessel is indeed yours. And unless I'm much mistaken, that's the Ebon Hawk. That vessel has been on Dantooine before, during the war. That was a Jedi vessel.
Don't tell me you want to collect a bounty.
Of course not. I'm trying to stabilize an entire planet. An exchange bounty, no matter how abundant, is little use in that endeavor. But if a Jedi were here, that would best be kept secret. Right or wrong, our settlers blame the Jedi and their hidden enclave for their suffering. I remember the old Jedi Masters and the considerable help they lent to Dantooine. I still maintain discreet connections with Jedi. I suppose your arrival here is no coincidence.
Do you know any Jedi here? The Force seems to have guided me here for a reason.
Indeed, true coincidence seems very rare in the affairs of Jedi. But I should tell you, my friend, let's just call him Frook. We've known each other for many years, and our continued friendship could create many problems in the current political climate. He came to Dantooine not too long ago. He was looking into something quite important. He's gone missing recently. Did he send for you in case something went wrong?
He sent for me. He said you'd fill me in a situation when I arrive. Yeah.
We need the skills of a Jedi more than ever. He was helping investigate Azkul and his mercenaries. But he had his own errand to run in the Enclave. Jedi business of some sort. He went into the sub-level, which isn't without its dangers. And he hasn't returned.
Yeah, what are the dangers?
Like many parts of Dantooine, the sub-level of the Enclave has become infested with dangerous creatures. Large, vicious insects called Lagrex have made the sub-level their home. Several salvagers have reportedly been injured or killed by the Lagrex. I would expect a Jedi to fare better against the creatures than the salvagers, but Vrook has not returned in some time. I'm starting to fear the worst. Would you be willing to go to the ruins of the Enclave to look for him?
Yeah, I could use some supplies. Yeah.
From what I know of your type, you have all of the equipment you need to deal with the sub-level. I do realize the Jedi Order disbanded, so you must find credit to yourself, however. The sub-level is dangerous enough that the salvagers have not managed to properly search it. There are many artifacts of value. Normally, I ask for a percentage of all salvage. In your case, however, you can take whatever you find without the customary tithe. I will have one of the militia transmit permissions to the Enclave's security door. Go expecting danger, for you will most certainly find it there. Is there anything else I can assist you with?
Is there any other work?
There are plenty of opportunities to assist people on Dantooine. Too many, I'm afraid. I would go to the militia headquarters and make your intentions known there.
Right, aku dah tanya
Besides
orang dah.
that, just listen and ask around.
Barun believes Zeron is up to something.
I have no doubt that Barun means well, but I have every confidence in Zeron. I would ask you to ignore anything Barun asked of you. He doesn't see the full scope.
Alright, fuck Barun then. Yeah, what is Master Vrook doing for you?
He was investigating the mercenaries for us. We've been increasingly concerned about them. Their behavior has always been antagonistic.
But why are the mercenary here for? What are
Vrook
they
was
like
investigating this
mercenary?
when he disappeared. We were counting on any hard intelligence he could provide. Our other assets have been unavailable recently. If you find any information on the mercenaries during your stay on our planet, please report it to Zeron or myself.
I think I'll be going. Right. Alright. Right. So I guess we can go to the Enclave now. Where's the exit?